Good morning, everybody, or whatever time of day you're watching this video. Thank you for clicking on another full day of eating with Megan. We're just going to start out our morning with some coffee. So I always drink iced coffee pretty much all the time, and I just make my coffee in my coffee maker, and then I put it in the fridge for the next few days, however long the coffee lasts me. So I use 4 scoops of the Great Value Cream Brulee coffee and 12 cups of water, and I just make it in my Keurig. And that is what I have for my iced coffee every morning. It's so much more affordable than buying the stove, than using the Nespresso pods, and I really enjoy it. So we're starting our morning making our new batch of iced coffee for the next few days. Once the coffee makes, I turn off my coffee pot so it doesn't keep it hot, and I just let it cool down to room temperature. And then I pour it in this pitcher, kind of like a tea pitcher, and I will put it in the fridge at that point. It will, if it's in this, and this is normally about 4 to 5 servings for me. Of course, I made a mess of it, so we lost some, but this will probably be about 4 to 5 days worth of iced coffee for myself, and I just really enjoy this. So for this morning, we had our overnight oats. It's 60 grams of oats, some unsweetened almond milk, and then a little bit of sweetener. I either use sugar-free syrup or I use the skinny syrups, like plain syrup. And then I use a little bit more than a serving of nut butter because I'm breastfeeding, so I have a little bit higher calories, but I am lowering my calories. So the next few videos you'll see that I'll be working with less calories. So now we're going to make some protein cookies. The protein cookie recipe I got from Devotion Nutrition, I've linked it down below in the description box for you if you find you want to make this recipe as well. There's definitely a lot of other recipes on Google as well that don't use so much protein powder, and I think the next time I will try those. But these are definitely great if you're looking for really high protein desserts. So we're starting out with 3 scoops of the 1 Up Nutrition protein powder, the birthday cake flavor, and then I'm adding a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and then it's a 1/4 cup of a brown sugar or brown sugar substitute. So I use the Splenda brown sugar substitute, which still has calories. If I made it again, I would probably use the brown sugar substitute that doesn't have calories because that did add quite a few calories to the recipe. Okay, so then I'm adding my Sam's peanut butter. The recipe said to use American Dream nut butter, but I didn't have any of that, and I didn't want to use my nerdy nuts for this recipe. So I just used the rest of what I had left of the Sam's peanut butter and mixed it all together. And then we're adding a teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then once you have all of your ingredients, we are going to mix good. I also added sugar-free syrup. I think it was a 1/4 cup of that as well. And I just used the Great Value brand of sugar-free syrup. And then we're just trying to get it to the consistency of like cookie dough. I added some butter. The recipe says to use light butter. I don't have that, so I just used what I had on hand. But we use what you have. Okay, so once we added the butter, that's when I stirred it together and it started to form the cookie dough mixture. I think it really did end up being pretty close to the cookie dough consistency. After I mixed it up, I put it in the fridge for, the recipe said only 30 minutes, but I ended up running out of time. So I made mine several hours later, and they were definitely cookie dough consistency, like the batter was. So I definitely feel like it works out with the protein powder to be pretty close to a cookie, and it's definitely cakey cookie, so you definitely wouldn't want to use this recipe. I keep seeing Home with Haley talk about these corn tortillas and her making them in her air fryer, so that's what we're going to try for lunch. Okay, so I have my chips here. They're definitely not as pretty as Home with Haley's always are, but mine came out of the fridge, which I probably shouldn't have them in the fridge, so they didn't cut pretty. And of course, nothing I do is always pretty like that. So anyway, this is on brand for me. So we got our 3 tortilla chips in there for 120 calories. And then we're going to cover them with some olive oil spray. This is the olive oil spray I'm using. And then some salt. I'm gonna put the lid on. Oh, I wished I had, so I'm just using my Instant Pot as an air fryer. I definitely wished I had an actual air fryer some days, because this one's not the easiest to deal with. Okay, so we're gonna start with 4 minutes and see how that does. So we got our tortilla chips cooking. All right, now it's time to make the icing. So once again, the recipe calls to use the protein powder. So I'm using my 1UP Nutrition birthday cake protein powder. And I'm adding some more vanilla. They say to use their butter flakes flavors, but I don't have those, so I didn't use it. And then you're adding your whipped cream cheese to this as well. And I do think the whipped cream cheese was perfect for like the consistency. And then I used about a tablespoon of unsweetened almond milk. If I had to do it again, I would probably make the frosting a little bit thicker. But I think the next time I make these cookies, I'm going to make the protein cookie from their recipe. But then I'm going to use it. Once again, we're going to have a very weird random lunch. But we don't have leftovers from dinner, and we're still on that use it up challenge. I'm only going to use 2 of these since I'm already having tortillas as well. 2 of these is 50 calories. We're going to use a slice of Swiss cheese. And then we're going to have some of this cubed ham. I'm out of deli meat, and I bought this for my son, and he hasn't ate any of it yet, so we're just gonna go ahead. And this is gonna be our sandwich. And we're gonna go ahead and have the full serving, which is 56 grams for 70 calories. So quite a bit, which will be nice. Okay, and I'm going to heat this up just a little bit. Okay, so I warmed it up, add a little bit of mustard on top, and look at these tortilla chips. They look so good. And I took a bite, and they are definitely really good. I'm definitely going to be doing this more. So we're going to have them with a little bit of thick and chunky salsa, and that'll be lunch. Okay, so I have my cookies out in 9 servings. It's their recipe said to do 12, but I only did 9. I'd say they're saying it was about 10 servings. Because I did have a lot on my fingers, a lot in the bowl left, and I did try it. So, but anyway, we're gonna go put this in the oven at 350 for about 6 minutes, and then we'll see what they look like when they're done. Okay, these cookies got huge. I definitely could have made them smaller. Definitely could have made them 12 servings. And I should have sprayed this aluminum foil. The recipe said parchment paper, but of course I didn't have any. And of course I didn't spray this either. Crap. But anyway, they're huge. So we're going to let them cool, and then I'm going to pull them off this aluminum foil, and then we'll ice them. And I am just going to leave the frosting thin. I'm not going to do like a thick, fancy icing, but so far they look good. Okay, here is our finished cookies. They're definitely not as pretty. But they are definitely going to be good. I think I'm definitely excited. I feel like they're definitely going to be very filling, definitely for the calories they are. I think if I make them again, I'll definitely work on the frosting recipe. I think I might use one that's not theirs. So it's, I don't know. Since I'm not using their protein, I'm sure that kind of, it's definitely throwing off my recipe. But I'm excited. I will come back when I try one. Okay, so for dinner this night, we had a serving of spaghetti with 3 Italian-style meatballs. The meatballs were 210 calories, so definitely a higher protein for the dinner. And then we had our spaghetti sauce and some Parmesan cheese on top. I was going to make green beans, but I'm just so hard to get dinner on the table when I have to work late and baby's upset, so I totally forgot about the green beans. But that was dinner, and then here's me trying the cookie. I had a whole one, but I forgot to show y'all before I ate half of it. Hey everybody, so I just wanted to do like a quick little check-in update before I closed out this video. So for those protein cookies that we made a little earlier, I just had one. I just showed you a clip of it, and I'm not sold on them. The Walmart ones, of course, are definitely better. My little cutie. Let me show you. We're just playing in their room for just a minute, but my husband had to go run an errand. And when he gets back, he's going to do baths, and I'm going to do dishes. So I just wanted to chat. Of course, I can't get this camera or any of the sound or anything to go because I'm a hot mess. But, so the protein cookies. Anyway, what we were saying, I would make them again because I do think the recipe has potential. And if you have the Devotion Nutrition protein powder, I think you'll love it. I think their protein powder might do a little bit better than the one I used. But they're good. I'm still going to eat them. I don't love the frosting. The frosting was a little too sweet for me. And I mean, that was mostly the protein powder. So maybe just their angel food cake would be better for the frosting than the birthday cake. And I think the cookie dough, like the cookie part, was good, and it was the right texture of like the Walmart cookies, but it was a little dry. But that could have been my fault because I use, once again, a different protein than they use for the recipe. What you doing? So anyway, I'm still gonna leave the recipe down below, and I don't even know what I was saying, but I'm still gonna leave the recipe down below, and I'm going to end the video here. That's all I'm gonna eat today. I will leave my total calories at the end of this, or I might be telling y'all right now. And I'll put the calories for my video today. I don't normally do the calories, but I feel like a lot of people do. Nobody has said either way, like comment on my videos, but I really, really want to grow this channel, so I want to put out the content y'all need or you enjoy or want. So I'm going to add the calories to this video, and we'll just see how it goes. I might not be able to do them to all of them. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know this is gonna be like a longer, chattier video with the recipe, but thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, leave a heart emoji down below. Leave a blue heart emoji down below for this cutie, and we will see you in the next one.